Okay guys, I'm going to show you guys how to do a shaved door kit on a second generation Eclipse. Because there really isn't any videos out there that show it. There's a couple that show the shaved door kit already installed, but they don't show you the best way to approach it. I had to kind of figure this out on my own. I already did the driver's side door. Got it set up. It's not wired in yet, but it's set up to where it'll work really nice. So we're going to do this, the passenger side. So I will show you guys how to do all that. First I'm going to show you the tools you're going to need, and then some other information. I'm going to show you where I feel is the best spot to put the solenoid for the door, the shaved door kit, and how the best way I feel to run the cable from the solenoid to the door latch. There's several different ways you can do this, but I'm going to show you the way that I found was the easiest for me. Alright, so let's move on to tools. Okay, right off the bat, you're going to need a Phillips screwdriver. Pretty standard. This one is a 2x4, or a number 2 4-inch Phillips head. You are going to need a flathead. You won't use this a bunch. It's just there just in case you do need it. I used it like once on the other door. Other than that, I didn't really need it. You are also going to need a star bit. This one is to take your door latch off. A 8mm wrench, just open-end wrench. I'll show you why you need this as well. You are also going to need a 1/4 or 1/4-inch drill bit, and then you will also need a small 11/64 drill bit. Some of you might not like how I do this, so just bear with me. You're also going to need a cordless drill, or power drill. I find cordless works the best because you don't have to fight with the cord. So, alright, let's go ahead and move on into it. Now the first thing you're going to want to do is remove the bracket that mounts your door panel to it. You're also going to want to remove your door handle. That's really easy. So, you just got 3 screws for your door handle and 3 for your bracket. And once you get those off, this plastic will come off pretty easily. You're also going to want to remove the speaker. You don't have to disconnect it. You can just let it dangle if you're comfortable with that. These speakers I don't care about. These are the factory speakers that came with it in '98. As you can see, they are, pretty much garbage. I will replace those eventually, but that's besides the point. So you're going to want to take the plastic completely off. That is the best way to do it. Now, once you get all your screws are disconnected, these rods that go from the latch to the door lock. This is your door lock one. The upper one is for your lock. The lower one is for your door handle. Now, I don't know how well you can see this, but this little clip right here just slips over the latch. The curved end slips down into a hole and then it clamps over that. So, if you look on right there, it'll be right there. It is kind of a pain to slip off. Oh, excuse me. I lied. It just flipped out. It is technically not supposed to do that. Actually, maybe now that that's off, I can show you how it slips off. So, this is where you might need your flathead screwdriver. Just kind of push it up and then slip it off. So, door handle and the door panel mounting bracket are removed. So, the next thing you're going to want to do is remove the speaker. It's you don't have to. I just find it's easier to get the plastic completely out of the way so I'm not, fumbling around with it. You get that out of the way, you'll be good. Okay, so real quick, everything is off that I need to be off to access all this. Now, I have seen people mount the solenoid in this area, just above this bracket area, and run their cable over to, if you can see it, where that green clip right here for this rod right here, which is actually your lock rod. you're actually going to run it up to this one. They're kind of reversible. This one is your door latch. This is your lock. I've seen people put them here. I am going to put mine here, right in this spot, for the simple fact that right in this area on your door panel, your venting comes over. Okay, this goes up to defrost the window. This one comes over here to the armrest. Okay. When you put them here, you will have to remove this lower venting. The defrost one will be able to stay, no problem. It doesn't interfere with anything. But this lower venting right here, you'll have to remove, and I'll show you how to do that on a spare door panel I have later. But this I find works the best. You don't have to heat up the plastic to form it around the solenoid, because a lot of the solenoid kits you'll get are pretty good sized solenoids. You'll see that shortly. The kit I got is from MPC and Crime Stoppers. I got an alarm with mine. So, also what I did, so no one locks the door on the inside, this is actually coming off. It is 100% disabled. So, if you disable it, a lot of you might have this issue with the lock flapping around here. Okay? I didn't have that issue because what I went and did is I kept it pushed shut, and where that screw is, I took our 11/64 bit, drilled a hole through it, and put a screw in it. Now a lot of people might think that's not really the way to do it. However, the thing is now it won't open. It'll just stay flush. It doesn't interfere with the handle operating at all. You know, it actually works pretty great. That is a spare handle I had. I tested it before I went and did it to make sure it would actually work. Because if it didn't, I would have had to done something else. So, we're going to actually move to the outside of the car. We're going to stake our star bit and remove these 3 screws for the door latch. That'll allow it to move. Once it's moving, we can remove the lock cable, which I will remove that pretty quick. Once we get that removed, then we can do all of our other stuff. So everything's loose. Drilled our 4 holes for the solenoid here, and we drilled a little hole through there for the cable. This is what will move back and forth. Now, there's still plenty of room. The cable's not going to get pinched or anything like that. So, that's done. Now we can begin to put everything back together. Okay, solenoid's mounted up. So now we're going to run the cable before we start bolting the door handle back on. So, if you got the MPC kit, it comes with this little flimsy wire right here. And all these weird crimpers that are brass, so you can't really crimp them if you don't have the right shit. I went to Lowe's and upgraded to a bigger cable. And I got these crimpers. This is what the 8mm wrench is for. We're going to run that through the loop that I drilled on the door latch. And we're going to put this over the crimp, or through the crimpers, and then we're going to bolt them down. These crimpers work really well with this gauge of wire. It won't let it slip at all. So really nice. These are 68 cents at Lowe's. The cable was 26 cents a foot. 6 feet of cable spent like $2. So, I mean, you really can't beat it. I got 4 of these, 68 cents a piece. So I think I spent pretty close to, $7, $8 and got all that shit and got rid of their flimsy ass cable. Anyways, that's what I would do. I'd recommend doing that if you get the MPC kit. Some kits might come with better cable, but this one didn't. Okay, and with that, the passenger door is done. All hooked up, leads running, it'll work. When you hit the button to pull the pop switch, it'll pull the cable. It'll cause this to move, as you can see right there. If you look closely in here, the door handle on the outside is absolutely 100% disabled. That is... I disconnected all the pins for it. Rather than taking the whole door mechanism apart, this really isn't the right way to do it. On these pins right here, you see how there is a groove right there. Well, there's another piece to it. That one right there. I just went and cut them with a wire. And here is the outside, the one for the door handle on the outside. That one I just showed you is for the outside lock. There's a piece of it right there. But that's how you do it. You disable that. The door handles actually don't move. fix that too to where they don't move. That's just temporary. Eventually I'll weld a panel in there and make it flush and smooth. But that's how you do it, or how I did it. You can do it pretty much any way you choose with the mechanisms, you know, the solenoids, the cables, however you want to put it. This is definitely, I feel, is the best spot right here. You just remove some ducting in your door panel. Remove this lower ductwork right here in your door panel, right through here, and the solenoid fits right in there. You can leave this one for your defrost for your windows, but here's the spare door panel. These little nuts right here, they just press on, and then you've got 4 screws all in there. Pops this whole piece out. This piece right here has actually 2 pieces on it. You see right here, there's an extra piece on here that just clips on. You just pull it off and it makes a bunch of room. So hopefully this will help you guys in the future for anyone doing a shaved door kit. Hope you enjoyed the video.